Record.
Still on the streets with my peeps so deep. We threw a block party for my man going
Oh.
to do us 2 to 4. Niggas show love from all around the board. Peace, Lord. Sony handy cam.
Are you kidding me, guy? Hey, it's Midnight in the Bay podcast, episode 196. They said I wasn't going to get past 3, and look at me now, guys. Of course, talking about the age, but hey, it's Alex Woody here. Your favorite Woody. Well, if you're my wife, I hope I'm your favorite Woody. I'm happy to be here. I'm smiling like a guy I was talking to the other day. The guy was smiling, didn't say a word, and like midway through my story, the guy just turns and walks away. Yeah, we're at work. Hey, come back here. I'm trying to tell you to do something, Ain't the new hires. Oh my God, glad to be here. Glad you guys came out to the show last night. That was fun, right? I was in San Jose at the Branham Lounge, and very entertaining situation. A lot of lounge chairs, a lot of people drinking, smoking. At one point during my set, I said, "Does anyone do cocaine here?" And they just laughed. No, listen to this. Listen to this. This was funny. Listen to this. This is from last night. Here we go. And I fucking kicked it. Sorry. Didn't have a straw in its nose, though. For the circumcised feet. Okay, where is it? You know, in Jerusalem, I got a free angry call from mom. You didn't pay. Oh, here we go. But no, I just realized. Here we go. Anyone on coke in here? That was by accident. I was just going into a joke, and people were like, "Yeah, no shit, we're all on cocaine here." I mean, that was the kind of place I was doing comedy too, where people were like, "Yeah, cocaine." Like they were real proud. I mean, people were wearing white shirts. People had powder on their face. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. I didn't do any, but let me tell you, this show last night was a lot better than the show I did Friday. Oh my God. Let me tell you, I did the worst show that I think a comedian could ever do. You know what I mean? First off, you go there and you have to walk through a yard of abandoned cars. And I'm like, is there a Rottweiler around the corner? I don't want to get circumcised by dog mouth right now. And I'm just scared. You walk up and it's one of those places they can't sell you alcohol at the bar, so you have to go buy tickets by a guy named Little Tony, who's not so little, in the corner with a bunch of tattoos. And oh yeah, some of these shows, they take you to wild places. So I'm at this show, and comedians, if you're listening, this is horrible. When a booker books 20 comics for one show, yeah, this guy, he books 6 guest sets. Hey, after 6, are you still a guest? I mean, I think you're just an unwanted guest after 6. I mean, if you're having a house party and 6 people just keep showing up one after another, it's time to stop people from coming in. The party's going to get broken up. People are going to get sick of the party because there's too many people. This is what happens. All these people go on stage. I'm opening up for the headliner. Guess what? It's been 15 hours since the show started. Everyone's tired. I don't blame the crowd at all. And so I go up. I'm all excited. Can't wait to tell them about the Latina wife. Everyone gets up and goes. Everyone gets up off the table and just walks away. They're tired. They go out to the back. They go do something else. The only people left are the people that can't move. And those people are real fun. I mean, one lady looked so angry because she couldn't move. She's like, another one. I heard another comedian, coming up. And as a comedian, something I got to learn is you don't get deflated by those situations. You just power through, but I didn't do this. And I was quoted by another comedian as looking like a kid that was disappointed Christmas morning. I went up there deflated. And let me tell you, it was one of those sets where it ends poorly. It ends with you insulting an audience member. Sorry to the headliner, but it was tough. There was like 3 ladies that didn't want to see any more comedians. And then one of the comedians, one of the guest sets, oh, you love the guest set people, brought moonshine for the whole bar. So now those guys, they're all wasted at the bar. And the only reaction I'm getting out of a guy is he's just going like this. Every time I said something, he just raised his hand with his head down. And I just kind of fucked with that. I didn't really know what to do. People aren't listening. There's no one there. And then these ladies start saying stuff. And this one lady, I'm doing a joke about my Japanese tattoos. And she goes, I bet you they mean dumbass. And then I go, anyone got tattoos in here? Okay, let's not swear. Yeah, see, they all got tattoos. I was just thrown off. I was like, I should have known that. Yeah, for the free sushi, you know? But I don't even know if they're Japanese. I got it in Pittsburgh. Just. It could be chubby loud bitch. Yes. See, she called me, I bet you mean dumbass, and her little friend is left. And that's the worst. I'm up there. I'm like, oh, this is fun, right? I don't know. Hey, that's a gas. Hey, you know what? Hey, you know what? It could be chubby loud bitch. Could be that, loudmouth bitch. I don't know. Could be that. Could be. Oh, it was horrible. It was like, I felt like I was at like mall, I was at the mall and I'm doing comedy for like people sitting there like waiting for their significant other to come out of the store. I mean, they didn't want to be there. It was horrible. As a comedian, I got to figure out how to interact with those people better without getting frustrated. You know what I mean? I want to be able to do every crowd. And oof, I learned a lesson that night. Let me tell you, I ate Jack in the Box that night. I got some fast food, got some beer. Oof, I had to forget about that one. But you go through that, I feel like, in comedy. And what separates someone doing comedy as a hobby or someone that wants to push it and try and make this a thing, a career, or be good at it, is you got to do these crappy gigs. You got to learn what works, what doesn't, and push on, and try to have short-term memory. I used to have a football coach that would say, short-term memory, short-term memory. I get it. Okay, it was a bad play. Let's move on. And that was a bad game Friday night. Ugh, disgusting. But we're moved past it. Obviously, we're not. But we're done with it, and we're back. And believe it or not, we're sporting a hat here. Fishing with Kev is this brand. And this guy told me to give a shout out, for his company. It's really cool. It's a Bay Area company. They make hats, all fishing related stuff. So if you like fishing or you like eating fish, this is it. And go check it out. Fishing with Kev on the old Instagram there. Go check out Fishing with Kev. So we're going to take this off. Oh, hey, surprise, guy. You heard the last name, Woody. You didn't know you'd be looking at a Woody. Yeah, went bald. Let me tell you, I had to, because the hair coming in, it's gross. I look like a mad scientist without the beakers. So now we're bald, we're fat, we got a beard. I mean, I'm just fitting the demographic. That's what I got to do. I got to blend in with the rest of the bald, bearded men. I was thinking about this. Women have to care. Don't have to care. God, stupid. Women don't have. Women have to care. There we go. Spill Google. Women care about the way they smell. Okay. Men, not so much. Why is that? We smell worse than women. Women don't even have to wear deodorant, unless they're one of those bigger women that do weightlifting or powerlifting or play men's sports. But for the most part, women are so paranoid about smelling, and men, we don't give a shit. And single guys, you know what I'm talking about. Single guys, you guys right now have holes in your underwear. You guys have a couple flies around you. You haven't done laundry for 3 weeks. Oh, I remember those days. You throw all your clothes on the ground in the closet. Nothing's organized. You're sleeping on a futon. It's not even a bed. It's your couch during the day. You're doing a season of Madden. I mean, oh, the single guy life. I try to do a little single guy life, but she buys me new underwear. She yells at me with the holes. You got to clean up. You got to shower. I remember when I was single, I went a good 2 years of not wearing underwear. It was so freeing and liberating. But now when I think back about it, it's kind of gross. You know what I mean? Because you don't have that protector between the butt and the pants, and I didn't do laundry that much. So you can imagine what the pants smell like. And then this is why I'm shocked my wife is with me, because she had to smell all that. I mean, she came in, she was like, hey, the guy, he's got a great personality. His voice is amazing, so sexy. And, he's a cool guy. So, but got some things I need to change. This guy, he smelled like a homeless guy. We need to change this. It was almost like she took me off the street and she, threw me in a bathtub and had people scrub me with brushes. And, she got the, like Dumb and Dumber, she got the buzz saw and cut off my nails that are too long. I give her all the credit, because us men, we're lazy. Most of the time we need a woman put together. Does she ever act together? Okay. Actually, we don't even care. She doesn't even have to ever act together. That's just a bonus. We don't care about smell. We don't care what they do. We just care. Does she have a butt? This is how this is how cavemen guys are. And I'm not even talking shit. This is just truth. If a guy likes a butt or a tit, depending on if he's an ass or tit man, that's it. That's his mate. That's who he's dating. But it doesn't get any more complicated than that. Women, is he interesting? Does he have a good relationship with his parents? How does he talk to his parents? What is his career options? What is he doing? Men are just like, how often can we bang? Like nice butt. That's the women are like, did he go to college? What is he? Does he have any friends? Oh, he's kind of a loner. Is he working out? Does he have an ad? Oh, when And women make checklists, I'm sure they do in the journal, pros and cons. Men, they're not gonna make a checklist. We don't even look at instructions. It's so much easier being a guy. And that's why they say it's so much easier being a guy. Women always say that because we don't think, what I mean? We don't make things complicated. Mm. Great tea. Just talking men and women. Bald, fat, white guy talking about men and women. Segue story, quick. I saw a guy playing the penis game in the street, and I realized kids, teenagers can get away with playing the penis game, but adults, when they play it, it's sad. Teenagers play it, it's funny. Oh, I remember when I was a kid, look at those kids. Hey, don't swear. An adult does it. Oh my God, call the police. This guy's screaming penis. Plus, it's kind of sad when I saw this guy playing the penis game, because I'm like, you're playing by yourself. You're going to win. It's not fun. There's no challenge. You guys remember the penis game? Someone says penis, and the next person says penis, and the next person says penis. And the person that says it the loudest wins, right? The first person that quits saying it loses. Oh, classic game. But not classic when you're in the street and you're covered in shit and you're screaming it. That's just a crazy guy. But even if you did that not covered in shit and not homeless, if I just did it on the street, I would look crazy. But if a kid did it, he's a kid. It's just like, you ever see a toddler accidentally grab, well, they don't accidentally do it. They do it full force. They'll grab another woman's tit. I saw that at a barbecue the other day. This toddler just goes up to this woman. She's got the biggest fucking juggers. And this guy's, if an adult did that, that's assault. You know, when a kid did it, they're like, oh, he's like mamas, adult isn't gonna do it, and then someone's gonna go. The wife isn't gonna be like, "Oh yeah, they kind of look like mine." No one's gonna do that unless they're into that kind of thing, which is like, not majority of people. You ever run into those people that they're polyamorous or they're into the orgies? They're never good looking. It's go on porn. You go on porn and look up the amateur stuff. It's a couple teenagers, and then the rest of it's like old fat white guys, their fat wives in the South, and the camera's set up there. I'm like, hey, that kind of looks like me. Except these guys got stamina. You ever see these chubby guys in the amateur videos? I don't have stamina. I'm out of breath. She says, is everything all right? Give me a vitamin C packet. I'm passing out. It's different. It's different. This is why I'm not in the movie business. This is why I'm not on those sites. I remember I filmed our session once, and I rewinded it, watched it back, and it was like watching a Lifetime movie. I was crying. I was like, this is depressing. She looked great, but so you just live and learn, right? I think that's why my mom had those signs around the house: live, laugh, and love. That's what you say when you make an amateur porn video that turns into a drama. It's that's what you gotta say. You're like, okay, gotta chalk it up. They say, don't have chalk. Where is up? But I'm here in a bar. I rented this bar out. Hey, get the fuck out of here. I'm doing a podcast for 4 people, but we're loving it. Hey, comedy people. The people watching and listening to this podcast, they like comedy. They like getting out of their heads and joking around and hearing stuff and not taking shit serious. People come to me all the time, family members mostly. They never take anything serious. Why would I? Why would I take anything serious? It's petrifying out there. It's scary. We're living in the most dangerous, weird times. Why would I take anything serious right now? You can't. Because once you go serious all the time, that's when you die early. That's when you have a heart attack early. That's when you freak out. You don't take anything serious. It just rolls off your back. Hey, there's a cop chasing us. Don't worry about it. We'll lose him. Like, hey, you shouldn't be putting that up your nose. That's gasoline. Hey, whatever. Live and learn. I don't think that's that's what what that means. It's like you just gotta joke around and just enjoy life. You guys are like, I know that already. Why am I listening to this? And we're at 3 viewers, but fuck it. I'm going to go. I'm going to do this podcast till I hit a million episodes. And my grandkids are going to be like, why did, they're going to be asking my son, why did his grandpa still do that podcast? And my son's going to be like, yeah, we've been asking for years. We don't know. It takes up family time. He doesn't get anything from it. He's stressed. It's going to be a mystery to all of us. And people are going to listen back to the episodes and ish, but I have fun. And that's what it's about. If it's just for me, who cares? I watched a 300-word you need to know in Spanish video because I'm going to Mexico in January. And let me tell you, after listening to that video for an hour, I found out that what internet is in Spanish. You know what internet is in Spanish? Internet. Yeah. So I'm learning a lot. ADD. I get so distracted listening to this in the car by other things. And then other things pop in my mind. Hey, we're doing a comedy show here. What's going on here? They pay rent. Are you gonna make up with your wife? You know, like a million things hit me. And I'm like, how the fuck do people concentrate on this? You know, all you hear is Kunomo Kamobi, cat, Kipi, Pupu Piki Ka, dog. And I'm like, you know, does my son love me? I hope he doesn't get run over by a car. Comedy, stand up. What am I writing? My bit sucks. And then just I'll listen back like another couple seconds. Kini kunika pu. I'm like, what is this, Spanish or Japanese? Banana. I'm like, oh, I'm never gonna get this. And then I heard the internet thing. I'm like, okay, is there more words like this in Spanish that mean the same thing? Because I'll learn all of those. You know what I mean? Let me get the video on YouTube. It's just all it's just words that translate the same from English to Spanish. That's the shit I can learn. You know, let me learn that, not this complicated, you know, como estas stuff. That is difficult, you know. So we're gonna be not being able to get around in Mexico in January. Last time I went to Mexico, didn't know a lick of Spanish, and I was bamboozled by so many street vendors. Hey, buy this. I'm like, how many? They're like, all of it. I'm like, oh my God. My wife, after the first day in Mexico, was like, how much did you spend? I was like, well, they told me $1,000 of pesos. What? I so then my wife went out with me, and it was a lot better. But yeah, people were, you know, they'll take advantage, let me tell you. And I don't blame them, you know. I mean, oh, us whites, we got so much money. I love that. I love how people think, oh, well, he's a white guy, he's got money. Oh yeah. How many disappointed homeless people have come up to me like, I thought he'd have money, you know? I swear. The other day, I got my car parked next to a coworker's car on the street, and we're handing over some paperwork. I forgot to give him, whatever. And I'm like standing there talking to my coworker, and this drunk homeless guy comes up to me, and he's like, "Money, you know, like you have money," like, and he puts his arm where my car door is because that's where we're standing, like blocking it. And I'm like, "No, I don't have any money," you know, like scram. And the guy left, but he kind of stared at me. I'm like, "Am I gonna have to fight a homeless guy? Am I? Because I suck at fighting." And you know, homeless guys, they fight crazy because they don't feel anything. They don't give a fuck. That's the scariest thing. Fighting someone that doesn't give a fuck and they're not in this world. They think they're in fucking Avatar, right? They think they're in another dimension asking for, you know, blue coral because that's our currency here in Avatar land. So that was intense because I was like, I don't know, I'm gonna fight this guy. The best thing you could do if you're a big guy like me, just lay on someone. I remember I got in one fight in high school and I just laid on the kid. I owed him money too. The guy was like, pay me, pay me. I'm like, no, I don't have money. I know I'm white, but I don't. And I just didn't want to pay him. It was $10. But you know what's crazy too is I didn't pay. Don't ever do this, kids. If you're doing drugs with someone and you borrow money, even if it's $10, because it was $10 in this case, uh, that drug person, they'll do something wacky to you. Like this one guy, he popped two of my tires back in the day. Oh, this guy was out of his mind because I owed him $10. Oh my God. So be careful who you owe money to. Make sure you owe it to someone that's loving and forgiving. Mom. Yeah, never owe money to someone that's bigger, stronger, and scarier than you. But homeless people, freaky. Don't want to fight them. People that don't give a fuck. People that care, those are the people you want to fight. Those are the people that just go, hey, bro, I'm going to fuck you up. They just keep talking, oh, you don't want to see this? I just watched Netflix last night. You're going to die. You don't want to do this. When someone says you don't want to do this constantly, they don't want to do it, you know? So um, just some fighting tips from a guy that doesn't fight. No, I've been in some bar fights, but I never win. These are all the things I've learned. I've told the story about getting knocked out. I was drunk, hit some guy's car at my hand. I was in all the cars. You've done that drunk. You just hit stuff. You just want to, you're like a toddler. You just want to touch stuff. You're like, how's this work? You know, I was like, I was like drunk boss baby. Like I said, mommy once. and I banged on the wrong car, and this guy came out. He didn't even say anything, and I'm just stumbling there. This is all I remember. I just remember the guy going saying, "Hey," and I was just like, "Hey," like I just went, poof, and I went down, and then my friends ran over. They probably watched the whole thing, and then I've told this story before, but the guy dropped his wallet and left, and I just remember we all threw his debit cards, credit cards, all on different streets. And I think we even spent some of the money allegedly, God, allegedly I did that once in college where we found a credit card on the ground and we went to go get Chinese food. And the guy was so old that when we went to go purchase the food, he didn't realize when I scanned the ATM card, it said call the police. I just said, "Have a good day." He just said, "Okay," and stuff. It was like flashing, "Call the police, don't use this card, don't hit yes," And I hit the green button, the old guy hit the green button. If you're ever gonna use a credit card, make sure that's not yours, kids, okay? Use it at a place with an old guy because they don't pay attention at all. Let me tell you, crazy times, crazy, kooky times. By the way, this podcast is sponsored by Silver Tongue Audio. Go to silvertongueaudio.org. You'll see a bunch of podcasts on there, mine included, free of charge to download episodes. Yep, all free there. And I'm going to be re-releasing soon the beginning episodes of Men on the Bay where I was really out of it. Woo-wee! I think the first episode I threw up. So we'll be re-releasing those. And then you can also go to Silver Tongue and see some other podcasts. Hang on. Oh, I felt good. Dazed and Disturbed is another one on there. You can download free episodes. It's a cool one. It's about this guy gets stoned and he talks about, oh, that fart smells bad. Kooky things, funny things, and kind of dark subjects at the same time, kind of fun, kooky, dark subjects. So check that out. That's how he explained it. That's how Stoners explain it. So go check that out, and then check out the other podcasts on there, the NPC podcast, non-player character podcast. Oh my goodness, such a fun podcast. It's a video game podcast, and if you ever like to be full millennial and listen to something and play video games, listen to this while you play video games because you'll learn a lot. And it's video game podcast, video games. Come on, video game. Can't go wrong with that. And also on the podcast, they talk about addiction, something we all know about, right? Okay. So go check it out. Go learn. NPC podcast, Dazed and Disturbed, and of course, Men on the Bay. All at silvertongueaudio.org. Before this pandemic, I never thought about washing my hands except after going poop. Now I'm more conscious about how dirty my hands are. I drove today for about 45 miles like this because I used this finger on a keypad that other people have used, and I didn't have hand sanitizer. I'm out of my mind. I have to use hand sanitizer after I touch everything. Or wash my hands. I've been ultra paranoid, but here's the crazy thing. That's smart, right? I'm being healthy. Okay, a little paranoid, but healthy, right? Other people have touched that. Who wants to get sick? Before all this, I was not having hand sanitizer in my car. I wasn't using this at all. I used the keypad. Back in the day, if this was me, I would have used the keypad, pick my nose, eat the ear. Oh, I'll try that. I mean, I was out of my mind. Okay. Now, I mean, because of all this, I'm a lot cleanlier. I'm conscious of how clean I am. Hey, Mr. Clean, right? I look like Mr. Clean's son that went away to junior college and went there for 10 years and now sells surfboards. But I'm not. I sell skateboards. It's crazy just how aware one thing can make you, It was like, I don't know. Is it just me or are we just kind of dumb sometimes? I remember after doing drugs, I was like, oh yeah, that was like, I'm aware of drugs now. And it's like, until you're in it or out of it, you don't learn about it, if that makes sense at all. So I was just thinking about that, but that sucked. I had to drive like this. And then when I got home, I washed my hands. It must be like a OCD thing now. I don't know. I think we're just all frightened, right? I'm a frightened guy now. Frightened. I look like a young guy trying to look old. I don't know about that. No. You can tell the difference between single people on social media and married. Married, it's mostly other people or pictures of a mountain. Single people, it's pictures of themselves. They're working out, right? They got the little camera there. Hey, just got a new rep record, you know? It's, hey, you know how you can tell a single guy when he's hanging out with like a niece or like, you know, a younger kid, like, hey, look at, I'm cool with kids. That's what he's saying. You know what I mean? Married people, they always post something like an insight on life. Single people, they're drunk at a club. And Instagram's like, you know, married people's like, huh, we explored the Vatican today and learned this, and our relationship is strong, you know. Single people like, I just fucking drank 5,000 beers. I'm hammered. I I can relate to both. I do a little bit of both, you know what I mean? But I just noticed most of the time married people don't even post on social media. They'll post like every 6 months, you know? Unless they got like a business or a kid. But then they just post pictures of their kid. Single people, they're posting no matter what. I'm like, I'm here, I'm having coffee with 2 chicks. Like, okay, good for you. You know, I'm married and jealous of you now. Thanks, Bobby. If you're Persian and okay, if you're Persian and not show off your wealth or abs on social media, you're not Persian. That's a fact. That's a fact. Okay. Had to go bald because I was getting death threats from bald people. This is a true story. It pisses off bald people when you're losing your hair, but you don't care. Oh my God. You look so much better bald. What are you doing? You look young. I mean, come on, cut it. I'm like, all right, all right. And before you know it, people are sending letters. I might kill your family unless you shave your head. Jesus Christ, I gotta, I gotta shave this. I gotta do something because, God forbid, I lose my family and I have to do all the chores in the house. You know, I I was watching a learn while you sleep video. Have you seen these on YouTube? Um, put on while you sleep throughout the night. Yeah, you know, I was thinking about, okay, I might do this. And then I thought about it. You're gonna trust a random video on YouTube to listen to when you sleep? What if you wake up in the middle of the night and go assassinate someone without knowing it because they're saying, go kill Donald Trump. You're like, oh my God. Now you're in Florida looking for some orange chubby guy. You're like, what the fuck? You know? I don't I don't trust any of that. I am not going to jail because I listened to a video I should have trust. You can't just, you know, the moral of the story is you can't just, and that'd be a great movie, by the way, but you can't just trust any old video. And people just, oh, I'll listen to this, I'll do whatever, you know. People will pick motivational speakers because they're saying stuff they want to hear, but the guy is an asshole or he's embezzling money or he's saying stuff we all know. You know, it's same with these high-end TV priests, pastors. They're not opening their doors, they're driving Ferraris, they don't give a fuck, you know what I mean? But people follow these people because it makes them feel good because these people are doing stuff with their lives and they tell you should do something with your life, but they don't. They just listen because sometimes you get addicted to just listening to people saying what you should do, but you don't actually do it. People will listen to whatever on YouTube. And I think people know that out there, you know what I mean? And if I was a bad guy and wanted someone to do my dirty work, I'd make an 8-hour sleep while you listen YouTube video. Just saying. Also, this is just another excuse not to learn. I'm so just not a learning person where I make up these crazy excuses not to put in the effort to add knowledge to my brain. I'm just like, oh yeah, I could turn in an maternity candidate. I'll just go play video games and scratch my nuts. I think it's better to be paranoid though than to be someone that's not. Have you ever met someone that's not? Their kids in the street? No, better yet, they don't even know what their kids are. Hey, have you seen your kid? Oh, I don't know. They're somewhere around here. What? You don't know? Never read the news before? I mean, have you ever met someone like that? It's kind of crazy. So I think it's good to be a little paranoid. Maybe somewhere in the middle. You're a little oblivious, a little paranoid, somewhere in the middle. Oh, in the middle guy. Hey, that's been the show. I think, when am I gonna keep rambling on for you guys? You like to listen a little bit. I've got some shows this week. You want to hear about my shows? Are you in the Bay Area? Do you want to see me live? I go a little harder live. I got jokes. This is just a podcast where I joke a little bit, but I'll do joke if you want, if you come to a show. I'm gonna be at Alameda Comedy Club in Alameda, California, believe it or not. Thursday at 8 o'clock. Come see me. Tickets still available. You can buy tickets probably at the door, or DM me _Alex Comedy on Instagram. And then Friday, I'm going to be at Three Disciples in Santa Rosa. Tickets at the door, 7:30. And then I'm going to be at BBQ and Burger in Sacramento. It's a restaurant, 8 p.m. I'm headlining. Hey, baby, look at me. Come out. You can probably get tickets at the door. I know you can for a fact. Or you say, follow me on _Alex Comedy. White Wolf Music, my music guy, he's got the fire tracks. And I always like to close out with a little fire. That was a pillow back there. You see that? I have to do this in my son's room because I don't have a man cave. Let's see, where's the song? I gotta close out with a song, or it's not an actual podcast. Come on, where's the song? I hate text messages. I should just save the song. What am I doing? I just need to play it. Where's the White Wolf music? Where's the White Wolf music? The White Wolf music. Guys, it's been fun. Thank you for listening. I really appreciate it. A little hip hop beat. How about that? A little hip hop beat. Oh. This is gonna hype you up to go to the gym finally. This music right here. You ready?
White Wolf music.
Oh, are you ready for the gym? I'm ready for the gym. I'm ready for the gym. I don't know if I'm ready for the gym. I don't think I'm ready for the gym. I think I want to stay home and not be ready for the gym. Okay, that's my attempt at rapping. This is my attempt at doing a podcast.